Tampa Bay Buccaneers, traveling to Levi's Stadium, third straight home game for the 49ers, first career start for Brock Purdy, who was in for the injured Jimmy Garoppolo. Tom Brady coming back to his home area. Grew up in San Mateo, is a 49ers fan, was at the Catch game if you haven't heard 1,000 times. 3.5-point favorites are the 49ers, 37.5 over-under. Tampa Bay is 3-8-1 against the spread this year. That is the worst in the entire league, and they looked like crap for 55 minutes on Monday night, but they got it together for the final 5 minutes and somehow found a way to win the game. As I was watching that comeback on Monday night, I'm thinking that this looks great, but it is not going to fly in San Francisco. It's not going to work. The 49ers are too good to let the Tampa Bay Buccaneers hang around and to let the Tampa Bay Buccaneers engineer a couple of late drives to win the game.
Yeah, I don't see that happening either. There's a base level of wanting to go like, well, gosh, it's Brock Purdy's first start, and it's Tom Brady, and you want to make the game closer just because of that. But I at least was like, you got to get over that. That doesn't mean anything. Brady is not the Brady we think. Yeah, if it's the last drive of the game and okay, it's like that, then I'd be a little scared. I get that, but he's not in the trust tree right now as far as high level football play. And they can't protect him that well. And you got this crew coming to town, and Eric Armstead's got another game under his belt. And they played their worst game on defense that I've ever seen them play in the Shanahan era. As I said to you last week, I've never seen a team do that to San Francisco. Now, Tampa's not capable of that. They're not a good running football team, and they don't do that type of stuff. And then Brady doesn't want to hold the ball if there's pressure around him. And that's scary against San Francisco. And the Bucs, as much as I want their defense to turn around, yeah, they might have a little advantage of, the pass offense might not be as extensive with Brock Purdy. But I think that the 49ers run game has gotten going here. And Purdy's good enough. I'm going to go 49ers 23-13. I just think they're a much better football team. And I think this is one where we could see Brady and the offense off kilter and antsy throughout the football game.
Yeah, I've got 24-13, and it may be worse than that because that game on Monday night, the Saints were incapable of delivering the knockout blow.
Right. They messed it up so many times, right?
Repeatedly.
I mean, drop third down passes.
The 49ers
right.
will deliver the knockout blow. I mean, it could be 27-3, frankly. It could be even worse than that. The only reason I'm holding it a little closer together is the Brock Purdy factor, and maybe the 49ers will be extra conservative on offense.
Right.
But I just don't see the Tampa Bay offense doing enough to overcome the 49ers defense. The 49ers defense, as long as the core players are healthy, they're the best defense in the league, and they can carry them to the Super Bowl. And Tom Brady is potentially going to be interested yet again in joining the 49ers after this season if he wants to continue his career, because that may be the best spot for him next year. It's premature talk about quarterbacks for the 49ers, but at one of these points, if they don't win the Super Bowl this year, at one of these points, Tom comes knocking, and they need to listen. Because, you put all that around him, you put that talent around him on both sides of the ball, holy crap. You put him in Shanahan's system, holy crap. And he'll get to watch how it all works without him on Sunday and with Brock Purdy. And I have no concerns about Brock Purdy. The 4-year starter, the quotes from Trent Williams that we shared earlier on PFT Live, how he's unflustered and he's already calling guys out. You run the wrong route, he's going to give you shit. He's going to tell you to shut up. Even if you're a seasoned veteran, he's got that personality that couples with the talent and puts him in a position where he can come in, manage the games, win the games, and be every bit as good as Jimmy Garoppolo was, and maybe he's the guy who'll make the big throw in the big spot that Garoppolo couldn't.
Yeah, well, he's got, again, I don't think the talent level is too dramatically different here. And Purdy's ability to run is actually better than Garoppolo too. His arm, like I said earlier today, it's no stronger or weaker. It's the same as Garoppolo's. It is. It's just whether you can trust him to maybe read more of the intricate plays within the offense. But I think Shanahan will, manage it appropriately. And, you said it. We've all kind of waited for the Bucs defense to turn around. because it's Brady, but I think the proof is in the pudding at this point. I mean, it's just it ain't going to happen. It's not. And I just look at it, the 49ers, with them being pissed off, them, the Bucs on a short week, the Bucs not protecting well, the Bucs can't run the ball well, and then it's a team in San Francisco that has a formula on defense that gave Brady problems when he was in the prime of his career, which is they can get to you with 4, and they don't need to blitz or do anything like that. And then they can do their good zone coverages behind it. So there's just too many things here where, the Purdy-Brady thing I think is going to scare bettors and make the line sway Tampa's way just a little bit. But I think that's just a headline. I just don't think that's going to be the meat and potatoes of this matchup.
And look, the Buccaneers, the Falcons are shifting to Desmond Ridder for the stretch run after the bye. The Panthers are still hanging around. The Saints are in a bye as well. The Buccaneers have the 49ers and the Bengals. They lose these next 2. I still think the Bucs are going to win that division.
Yeah.
But they may have to sweat it out the final 3 weeks because I don't think they're going to win the next 2 games.
Well, they might not. But then it's Arizona, Carolina, and the Falcons. And, I think the point we're both saying is, I don't know. I think the Bucs could maybe lose every game the rest of the year, and they're still going to win the division. That's just the amazing thing right now. The South is that bad. I know it is. You're right. It's only going to be 1 or 2 wins needed, I think, for them to get over the hump and win the division. But either way, let's see if they can fight and claw, be close in the football game to where maybe they can, make themselves believe in the playoffs that they belong and can beat one of these teams that's clearly better than them.
By the way, it's going to be very difficult for you this week to make up any ground, either head-to-head, straight up against the spread, because we agree on everything.
There's one spread we disagree on, right?
Oh, which one?
Well, I took the Ravens to thread the needle there, like Pittsburgh to win, but the 0.5, right? I think that's the only one where we're off on the spread.
Correct.
You went 13-9,
right.
I went 19-17. Right. That's the only, and we picked the same winner, just a little bit different on the spread. Thanks for watching, homies. Hit subscribe to see all my Unbuttoned videos. You get to see me, Ahmed Fareed, all the big player breakdowns, game breakdowns, player interviews, and my film analysis. So please subscribe. Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Peace out.